to trade with people. It like you might find candlesticks that you kept and trade the candlesticks for like a meal or something.
You're welcome.
Exactly. So one day, 30 years later, you're in the woods with Julie and you reach into the zippered pouch of holding and you come out with this, a box. And the box looks vaguely familiar.
What's in the box?
But if it's something that you know, it must be from years ago, and you don't know if it belonged to the previous owner of the zipper pouch folding. You have no idea. Do you open the box?
Tempted to say no.
Well, you might as well now, you dick.
By the way, that voice that you heard, that's the voice that sounds like Theoden, but really, you know, can only be your subconscious mind, basically.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Theoden. He's haunting me.
That's
Perhaps.
what drove him to drink.
Perhaps the voices of your friends throughout the years drove you to drinks and drugs. Do you open it?
Why not?
So you open the and then when you open it,
I gotta act drunk.
I hope you don't.
No.
So you open it and you notice something strange. First of all, your memory jogs and you realize, oh, I remember this box.
I don't.
You don't, but your character Baka does. It's from 30 years ago. It's been sitting in that zipper pouch of holding for 30 years. And you realize this is Sylvia Cobblesnot's box. I remember this box I stole from her safe or her vault. I remember casting Detect Magic on the box. It did not glow. And instead of opening it, I just threw it right back into the zipper pouch of holding because since there was nothing magical in it, there couldn't be anything of value inside. So 30 years later, looking for your next drink, maybe there's nothing magical in there, but there might be something valuable that I can trade for like my next drink or my next hit or whatever. You open it, first thing you notice is something strange about the inner lining of the box. It's lined with a dull gray metal that you've never seen before. And inside the box are two things. One, there's an illustration of a naked halfling in there with a love letter stapled to the back, and you realize it's a naked picture of Sylvia Cobblesnot. You look at it, you make sure that Julie doesn't see it, you throw it aside. And then you notice there's another smaller box in there, the size of a ring. I'd say like a ring box or an engagement ring or something. Do you open that box?
Yeah, why not?
Inside that box is a single copper ring. It looks like a piece of shit costume jewelry. You toss it aside because you realize that a piece of copper ring isn't gonna get you any kind of value. But luckily, Julie takes the ring. Well, maybe you change your mind.
No, I was just gonna ask. I mean, do I detect magic on it?
Well, whether you detect magic on it, if you decided not to in your drunken
Does
haze,
he remember how to detect magic? After
that's a
all
good
that
point.
not.
But
drugs?
even if he doesn't remember, Julie remembers how, and she goes, I think that this is something that is magical. I think maybe you should catch the identify on this. Can you give this to you? And she hands you the copper ring. Do you cast identify on the ring?
Sorry, I just might have blurted it out. I'm just guessing. I mean, that's my guess. Yes, I do.
Okay. And you find out that this ring that's been hiding in the zippered pouch of holding for 30 years is a ring of 3 wishes.
I knew it.
With one wish left.